Time now for your weather on the 4s.
Welcome back, Utah. We are just about at 6:14. Let's get a check of our weather here with meteorologist Thomas Gieboy. Thomas, yesterday afternoon in Lehigh was lovely. Nice and cool. I was enjoying it.
Yeah, we had some pretty nice conditions yesterday along the Wasatch Front. The temperature didn't beat you up too bad. Cloud coverage helped keep things on the cooler side. And for today, we're going to find something similar, but with a little less moisture. We're not going to find as many scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially in the southern half of the state. But there's still enough moisture left around, especially with some lifting mechanisms where we still could find isolated thunderstorms across the Beehive State for today. We'll still be talking about times of patchy smoke, and as we move into your Friday and the Labor Day weekend, we'll be trending drier, and by Saturday, we'll also start to go on a warming trend as well. In the meantime, though, here's the view from Lake Mountain. And this is beautiful out there this morning, where you're down looking towards Provo, and this morning got a little bit of haze there, but it's still a nice and clear start to this Thursday morning. Happy Friday Eve. We're closing in on the weekend. When we look at the radar, there's really not much happening across Utah, but we are tracking one thunderstorm that's in Box Elder, and that's moving its way off to the northeast. And we're also tracking a couple of light showers in Tooele County, and we're also tracking a couple of light showers in the higher terrain down in the southeastern part of the state near Blanding and also into Moab as well. Here's a look at the bigger picture. Majority of the moisture that we had yesterday is now beginning to work its way to the east, but there's an upper level low pressure to our northwest, and there's a front that you can see right along the Nevada and Utah line, especially in the northwestern corner of the state. And that might be just enough to spark those isolated thunderstorms by the time we get to this afternoon. You'll see that here on the Watching Your Weather for you, where today isolated showers and storms are a possibility. Showers and storms are going to favor the higher terrain, but we could see a few of those storms make their way down into some of the valleys. So something to keep in mind if you do have any plans this afternoon. But as we go into tomorrow, those winds start to switch more out of the west. That moisture starts to move away to the east. And then we're going to be on the drying trend heading into your Friday. Maybe an isolated storm a possibility for our Friday, but by Saturday it's mostly dry skies and our temperatures will be warming up, and we could also be talking about more times of patchy smoke as well. But if your travels take you down to any of the national parks for today, the risk for flash flooding not as high today compared to yesterday, but it's still a probability if you're heading down to Capitol Reef and the San Rafael Swell. Meanwhile, we're looking at the possibility in most of the parks with the exception of Zion later this afternoon. So speaking of the smoke, we're still going to be dealing with that. Unfortunately, we're not getting rid of it, but with that southwesterly flow we've had, it has given us a little bit of a reprieve. But as we'll see here in the central and northern half of the state, we're likely going to find more pockets of patchy smoke even lasting into this upcoming Labor Day weekend. And that's going to lead to more moderate air quality. In Salt Lake City today, an isolated storm a possibility, 86 for a high, and St. George 91. And so if you're going to be heading to Weber State versus Utah, there will be that isolated chance for a shower or storm later this afternoon. But overall, I think the weather's looking quite good if you're heading to the football game. So for St. George, 91 for a high, isolated thunderstorms a possibility, drier and warmer for the weekend. Along the Wasatch Front, isolated thunderstorms and hazy today with small rain chance for our Friday, but then dry skies as those temperatures approach 90 degrees for this upcoming week.